I'm Billy Derrick. Welcome into our 2024 Vanderbilt Football Recruiting Series. First interviewee, Brycen Coleman, tight end out of the Stephen Decatur High School in Berlin, Maryland. 6'5", 191. So got a lot of height there coming into Vanderbilt's program under Clark Lee. Brycen, thanks for taking the time, man. I got to first start out by asking you why Vanderbilt.
Oh man, I appreciate you having me, and you know, I really feel like Vanderbilt's going to be a special, or it is a special place, and Coach Lee has a great vision and everything, and I really feel like what he's building there in Nashville is going to be something super special. And
What? Yep.
he, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
Okay, he's just ever since I never really knew Coach Lee. My dad knew about him until I finally met him when I first went up there. And I was sitting in a team room and he came in and immediately he had everyone's attention. Like everyone gave him their full attention, their full respect. And just when he started talking and just like it really just like inspired me. And like I feel like everything he talks about, just it really gives you a why and like a want to. And I feel like it makes you want to be your best and do your best and be not just on the football field, but in the classroom and be the best person. Because one of the main things he always says is like, we're not just building football players, but we're building young men and talking about the crucible and everything. And I just really feel like that honed on me and my mom and dad because we were all there first. And I don't know, we just really fell in love with Coach Lee, and I was just super excited to be a part of it. And I think after that first visit, I think I knew that Vanderbilt was going to be the place for me.
Awesome. Well, you mentioned Coach Lee, but obviously Coach Lustig is the tight ends coach there at Vanderbilt. What stood out to you about Coach Lustig, but also maybe some of the other coaches that you were able to interact with maybe on some of your visits?
Coach Lustig is awesome. Him and Coach Flats. I mean that just people wise, you can't find better people than those two. And they got to know me and myself, but more importantly, they got to know like me and my family and outside of football. Like they obviously knew that I could play because that's why they're recruiting me. But then them just like really like reaching out to me all the time, trying to find out like different things about me and just really getting to know my family really meant a lot. And I think like every time I like went up to Vanderbilt, like I really felt like they were family. And that my mom even said that like the reason she knew that Vanderbilt was going to be a place for me is because when I was there and she was there, they took care of me. And she was like, she knows that I would be in great hands outside because it's 14 hours away from home. So I can't come home all the time. But she said that like she wouldn't have any worry about me being there because she knows I'll be greatly taken care of and cared for. And she saw like how big of a family like we started to be. And me and the other tight ends, when I was visiting there, I mean, we got really close. And I don't know, I immediately clicked with me, and now I'm excited to be at Vandy.
Where do you see Vanderbilt football in the future? Because you just mentioned, you expect big things, but go a little bit in more specifics about maybe some of the potential that lies within this Vanderbilt football program in the SEC.
Um, I mean, if you ask me, I mean, I think we're going to win the SEC. Honestly, I think, and I don't think that people are going to see it coming. I feel like Vanderbilt's really looked down on in the SEC, but I feel like that's about to change and we're about to shock the world. So I'm excited to be a part of that, and it's really cool that they're allowing me to be a part of it. And we're gonna win the SEC and win the national championship.
Is there a player that you look up to, whether he's in college now or a tight end in the NFL? I know tight end you has been in Nashville these past
Yeah.
couple of years with guys like George Kittle, Gronkowski, and so that likely is an appeal as well for you as a younger tight end. But is there a player or even a player in college that you sort of look up to?
I would say George Kittle. I mean, I watch him a lot in a lot of his film, and Coach Lustig has always tried to compare me to him, and he actually George Kittle when he came out of high school was only 95 or 195, and they relate that to me, and they're like, you could be the same guy that George Kittle is, and so watching him all his routes and everything, and how he is as a person, I loved watching the tight end university things, and just watching him interact with people, and he's a really funny dude, and everyone seems to love him, and I'm hoping to maybe be that guy later on.
How would you describe your playing style? You mentioned, a guy like George Kittle. I would assume that's sort of a playing style that you would like to, to maybe become one day. But how would you describe your playing style as a tight end as you stand in your career right now?
Me, I just think I'm a athletic tight end. I'm a flex, and I think that's how Vanderbilt's going to use me. That's what Coach Lustig has talked about. How we're going to try to create mismatches, try to get linebackers to cover me, and let me use my quickness and speed to get past them. And I'm excited. They said they're going to move me around the ball a lot, and I'm excited about that. I always love playing receiver. That's what I play in high school. So that's always, I love playing receiver and running routes. So I think, but I really believe that whatever they put me at, I'm going to have success because, they're going to try and create mismatches and make sure that I'm having success as long as the team's having success. And, if I have to be a guy that just draws another guy so another guy can get open, then that's what I'm going to be. And I'm going to do it 100%.
Brycen, I got one more before we close it out. Going into your senior season at Stephen Decatur High School up in Maryland, what are your personal goals, but also with the team? What are some of your goals this season as you guys approach another football season?
For Decatur, I want to go out on a bang. I want to win state championship in football, and then I want to turn around and win states in basketball. So I really feel like it's possible, and I feel like as long as we stay together, our team was young last year, and now we got a bunch of our guys still coming back, and I'm just really excited about this season. And the only thing that scares me is last year we were underdogs, so we could just play us, but this year everyone has us on top, so now we have to play to the standard of what everyone has us to, and play how we can play. And I really believe that we're going to be really successful this year.
Nothing like a little bit of pressure on you. That makes it more fun this season in high school football. Brycen, thanks again for taking the time, man. Good luck with your season this year, and we're looking forward to getting you in Nashville.
I appreciate it. I'm ready to get down there.